The message is clear, and it's one the Maryland Natural Resources Police and the U.S. Coast Guard want to convey. It's also why life jackets are called exactly that.
Because they save lives, regardless of the weather, but particularly in cold weather. You go overboard with the hypothermia in about 10 minutes. Most people are going to be unconscious and face down in the water if they even stay on top of the water.
That's Colonel Ken Ziegler, Superintendent of the Maryland Natural Resources Police.
We just had an experience last week with a gentleman that went overboard, was in the water for 3 hours, but he had his life jacket on, and we were able to recover him, and he's alive today because of that life jacket. Had it not been for that life jacket, there's no doubt in my mind he'd be dead today.
And that is a far different story than the 4 fatalities we've already had this year.
That's correct. Those folks went into the water, they experienced hypothermia, and were dead in rather short time, and most of them were not far from being rescued. But with the water and wind conditions that they were unconscious and went under.
According to the Maryland Natural Resources Police, it is the deadliest start to a boating season in more than 6 years.
I think people have a false sense of security. Inland waters, Chesapeake Bay, they don't think bad things can happen. But the reality is there's no different with open ocean and inland waters. When things go bad, it goes bad quickly.
Commander Sara Wallace with the United States Coast Guard, the Coast Guard Auxiliary and the U.S. Coast Guard, along with the Natural Resources Police and your other partners on the Bay, will be doing more enforcement this summer in order to save lives, yes?
That is correct. We'll be out on the water making sure everyone has the right safety equipment on board.
The life jacket that I just wore, the inflatable life jacket, was extraordinarily comfortable. It wasn't tight. It wasn't restrictive. There should be no reason anymore for people not to wear life jackets.
Exactly. There's so many different designs of life jackets today. There's not a reason not to wear one. And it's the only thing that's going to keep you afloat when you get tired or you're too cold to swim.
This is life-changing for people with chest issues, rib issues.
Absolutely.
So for those that don't know, this is the secret, and this is called a what? What type of life jacket?
This is an inflatable life jacket. There's a bunch of different kinds, meaning a manual, which is what I have on. So when I fall in, I have to pull this cord right here to inflate it. There's automatic, which when you fall in, it has a sensor to tell it got wet, and it will automatically inflate. And then there's also a hydrostatic, which has a pill, and it goes in a certain depth. It detects the depth of the water, then it'll automatically inflate.
And don't forget the life jackets for your 4-legged family members, too. Donna Cole, WNEV News.